Hello, hello. Welcome to EFT with Lucy. My name is Lucy and I'm so happy you're here. Whether this is your first time or I don't know how many videos I have, but many a time returning. I'm so happy to have you. Tonight, we're going to be doing a session for calling in good sleep. I will be honest, I filmed another video today and it is not loading. Technical difficulties, and you know what, is whatever it is. And as I was just talking to my wife and she was like, you know what, you gotta do it. You gotta show up on Friday. I've committed to showing up on Fridays, and I'm just sharing this to say it feels better, even though I was like disappointed and had to work through the frustration at technology. It does feel better to show up even when it doesn't feel perfect, even when it doesn't feel, I don't know, the way I wanted it to go, I guess. Because before, I think the reason it's not loading, I was using cinematic, you know, like my plants are beautiful, but they're a little bit of a tangly mess right now. So I was like, you know, it's perfect. I'll blur it a little bit. But you know, we're showing up here imperfect, and I feel like the internet needs a little bit more of that. So I just wanted to share that in case it inspires you to keep pushing on something, even if it feels uncomfortable, because it feels better to stick to your goals and build that self-trust with yourself. Let me tell you, it feels so much better. So moving on to sleep, I'm so happy you're here. This is by far one of the most common sessions that I do with people, is to call in better sleep, especially the clientele that I work with have a lot of conditions where they are out of control of a lot of the I'm forgetting the words. They're just out of control with a lot of the things in their life. And so their minds can really start to go and go and go and go and keep them up at night. And so if that's you, this is the best place to be. As we go through the session, I'll probably mention this again, but I'm going to share what I've heard people tell me about their experience and my own experience when it comes to insomnia and having trouble sleeping. And so if I don't touch on whatever you feel like your experience is, please get really clear on your experience. You know, I always like to think about guiding yourself through your five senses. So when you have trouble sleeping, what does that feel like to you? Do you toss and turn in your sheets? My brain is slowing down for the night. Do you toss and turn in your sheets? Do you get frustrated when you hear the birds start to chirp in the morning and you're like, God, I've been awake this whole night? Do you find your mind is really racing? Do you have a lot of thoughts? Do you hear somebody else breathing and get really jealous? So just walk yourself through your five senses and really to just help yourself get a really clear idea of what is your experience when it comes to poor sleep. And the other thing I would say is, if there's anything that gets you, like, that elevates your emotions about this experience, I would get clear on what that emotion is and what triggers it. EFT is the perfect modality to help you calm that trigger. So for me, whenever I've had trouble sleeping, I get so frustrated. I usually cry out of frustration because I'm like, I'm so tired, or I hear the birds chirping and I just get so frustrated because I'm like, oh, I know what poor sleep feels like and I hate it. It just makes me really frustrated, right? So that's something that I would tap on and I'll be pulling from my own experience tonight. So if there's anything that really riles up your emotions, if there's any senses that you pay attention to the most, and maybe you're like, I don't pay it, I keep my eyes closed, whatever, or maybe you get on your phone and start scrolling, whatever it is for you, pay attention to your own experience. I think that's what's going to help this be the most effective for you. The other thing I will say is tapping. Even if you didn't think about your experience or anything like that, tapping does reduce our cortisol, which I think is one of the reasons that people either wake up in the middle of the night or whatnot. So I really think that even just tapping for like 5 to 10 minutes, and so tapping with me today, even if you were to listen on mute and you just tap along with me, listen on mute, you just watch on mute, LOL. It would be really effective because when we tap on the actual points, it's really helping your body to calm down, slow down, and get ready for, the next thing, just returning to a more regulated state. So that's all I have to say about that. So let's get tapping. All right, so we're gonna do part 1 first, and then we'll do the full round of tapping. If you've never tapped before, it is so easy. You just tap where I tap, repeat after me, and that's it. So let's get going, okay? Because this is a sleep session, I would just wanna lead us through a little bit of breathing. So I always like to put my hands over my heart. If that feels good for you, great. If not, great. But I would just recommend you take a couple deep breaths in, Deep breaths out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Really letting go of that air. Taking another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Beautiful job. When we make our exhales longer than our inhales, it's cueing our rest and digest, our relaxation, nervous system response. So that's just a simple way that we can start to get the sleep train on board. Whether you're watching this before you go to sleep, I would really recommend it, or you're watching it earlier on in the day. It can't really hurt to, regulate your nervous system a little bit. So let's get into the actual tapping. We're gonna start on the side of the hand now that we've taken some deep breaths. I really, really want a good night's sleep. But I feel like I cannot have a good night's sleep. I really, really want a good night's sleep. I really want to feel rested. But I feel way too familiar with being unrested. I feel way too familiar with sleepless nights, tossing and turning. Just closing my eyes and waiting to be swept off into dreamland. And then getting more and more frustrated or hopeless or whatever comes up for me when I'm never swept into dreamland. It's so frustrating. And I'm so tired. I am so tired of being tired. And I know that sleep would help my life so much right now. I know sleep would help me feel more energized, more even, more hopeful, kinder, more creative. The list goes on and on. But sleep feels so elusive that it feels kind of pointless to even hope I could have a good night's sleep. I'm even skeptical of using EFT. Oh, it feels so frustrating to be so tired. And I know it could be stress, maybe some late caffeine, or my racing mind that's keeping me up. Maybe it's factors outside of my control, like loud neighbors, or a new baby or puppy. But man, am I ready for some good sleep. So even though I want good sleep, but I can't have good sleep, I love and accept myself. Even though it feels impossible and unfamiliar to have good sleep, I'm choosing to love and accept myself. I'm choosing to know that my internal state can change, and so can my sleep status. And I'm ready to be drowsy, to have heavy eyelids, and to feel like it's not even a worry in my mind anymore. So even though I've been tired for way too long, and I'm worried tonight will be a repeat of every other night before, I'm choosing to love and accept myself. I'm choosing to forgive the part of me that has trouble sleeping. Choosing to accept and love that part of me, because that part of me is trying its best. All right, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Great job. We're gonna do the full round of tapping now. Hopefully you've even yawned a little bit and feel a little bit more sleepy by this point. Okay, starting on the top of the head, just repeat after me. I want deep sleep. I want restful sleep. But I cannot have restful sleep. It feels so elusive. I'm tired of telling people, oh, I'm so tired today. What a surprise. I'm so tired. Of trying to calculate how many hours of sleep I got. And cringing at the answer. I hate walking around, not having the energy. Feeling like I need to cope with other foods or caffeine in order to get me through the day. I know that sleep would really benefit my life right now. So it feels so difficult to even think that I have a chance at having a good night's sleep. I'm so tired of insert your experience here. Tossing and turning. Listening to meditation after meditation after meditation. Picking up my phone and scrolling. Then being mad at myself because blue light's gonna hurt my sleep. I'm tired of sitting in bed with my brain feeding me every single to-do I ever forgot throughout the day. I'm tired of my brain playing worst case scenarios on blast at full volume. And feeling like my brain just will not let me go to sleep. I'm so afraid that all these experiences are gonna happen again. I'm gonna reach over, look at my phone, and see a number that appalls me. And think, oh, please just get more sleep. Please let me fall asleep. And then I can even picture myself getting frustrated and worked up, or whatever experience I have. And I'm already envisioning it because it's so frustrating. No matter how many evening routines I do, no matter how many tart cherry juices I drink, no matter how much melatonin, no matter how much skincare I do, no matter the perfect temperature I set my room, no matter my best efforts, I get the unfair prize of insomnia. Sparkles. It feels like such a struggle. It feels like such a battle. And I'm really gonna focus on that feeling for a minute. And then I really wanna shift my energy into maybe delusional thinking, but just entertaining the idea of like, what would good sleep look like? Like, I'm gonna picture my day-to-day. Picture my nighttime routine this evening. Maybe I'm gonna even close my eyes and just picture, where is this beautiful sleep happening? Maybe I can picture myself like on a screen of a movie, making a little evening beverage, playing out my little favorite nighttime routine, feeling cozy, unbothered. Maybe I do a little EFT practice, knowing that a lot of things happened in that day, acknowledging that I'm proud of myself and I accept myself. I'm ready to get good sleep so I can do it all again tomorrow. Maybe I can even picture like putting my head on the pillow, maybe smelling freshly cleaned sheets, playing white noise if I play that, laying in bed thinking, oh my gosh, am I gonna fall asleep tonight? And then the next thing I know, I'm having those like weird dream thoughts. Maybe I shake. I'm a shaker. I'm a twitcher. And then before I know it, I'm having dreams. And my alarm is going off the next morning. And I'm like, I don't even remember what it's like to get bad sleep. I don't even remember what it's like to get bad sleep. Maybe going throughout your day and your friend being like, oh my gosh, do you remember that tough time where you were having trouble sleeping? How long ago does that feel? That's so wild. Because I'm a great sleeper. In my house, we get amazing sleep. Sleep is never something I worry about. I actually stopped talking about my sleep now because people keep telling me they're just jealous of how much sleep I get. What a great problem. So even though it was such a struggle to get good sleep, to fall asleep easily, to stay asleep all night, and to wake up feeling rested, I'm fully, wholly, and completely loving, forgiving, and accepting myself. Knowing that I am always trying my best to take care of myself. And as my life changes, so will my bedtime routines. So will all the rituals I do throughout the day to help me get good sleep. So it's okay if this is a little bit of a hard time. Maybe I'm just adjusting right before I figure out my best new sleep schedule and sleep rituals and routines. So I'm affirming it is safe to fall asleep. It is safe to let go. It is safe to rest. I am ready for it. I am ready for a great night's sleep. And just like that, my light turned off. So progress over perfections, my friend. I hope you have a lovely sleep. I will see you in the next video. I'm so proud of you for making it all the way through. Hope you have a great night's sleep, and I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Thank you for showing up for yourself. If you really enjoyed this video and you want to see any other videos that can help you move through any other emotion that you're experiencing, check out these other guided tappings that I have. And if there's anything that you want to see, please let me know what else you might find helpful as a guided EFT tapping. And if you want to strike up a conversation with me, just say hello. Let me know how this was for you. Please feel free to DM me on Instagram, and have a lovely day.